Difference between monopoly and monopolistic competition. What is monopoly? Monopoly is opposite form of market, derived from the Greek words monos, meaning single, and polis, meaning seller. Monopoly refers to a market condition, in which just one seller sells a product with no close substitutes. In a monopoly market, the entry of new firms and exit of existing firms are subject to a variety of limitations. In addition, there is the possibility of price discrimination in a monopoly market. Example of monopoly. Indian Railways is a clear example of a monopoly. It is the only provider of railway transportation in India, with no close substitutes, and new competitors cannot easily enter the market due to legal and infrastructure barriers. Features of monopoly market. Single seller. There is only one company that serves the entire market. This company is the sole producer of the good or service. No close substitutes. The product provided by the monopoly has no close substitutes. Consumers have no alternative products to switch to, giving the monopolist tremendous market power. High barriers to entry. Significant barriers prohibit new businesses from entering the market. These barriers can be legal, patents, licenses, technological, expensive startup costs, unique technology, or resource-based control over a key resource. Price maker. The monopolist has great control over the product's price. Unlike imperfect competition, monopoly can affect market prices by adjusting output levels. Profit maximization. The monopolist maximizes profits by setting a price at which marginal revenue equals marginal cost, MR equals MC. This frequently leads in higher prices and lesser output than in competitive markets. Price discrimination. The monopolist may engage in price discrimination, charging different prices to different consumers depending on their willingness to pay. This can lead to higher profits. What is monopolistic competition? A monopolistic competition market has the characteristics of both perfect competition and monopoly market. Monopolistic competition refers to a market situation in which a large number of companies sell closely related but differentiated products. Monopolistic competition produces products such as toothpaste, shampoo, and soap. Example of monopolistic competition. The soap market is fully competitive with multiple brands and has freedom of entry, demonstrating the characteristics of a perfect competition market. However, each soap has unique qualities that allow companies to charge different prices for them. It shows the characteristics of a monopoly market. Features of monopolistic competition market. Many sellers. There are many companies competing in the market, but each has a small market share. Product differentiation. Companies sell products that differ from one another in terms of quality, features, branding, and other characteristics. This difference gives each organization some market power. Free entry and exit. Firms can enter and exit the market quite quickly with minimal barriers. This ensures that companies do not make excessive profits in the long run. Some control over prices. Firms have some pricing control due to product differentiation. However, their price power is limited by the availability of close substitutes. Non-price competition. Firms frequently compete on factors other than price, including advertising, product quality, customer service, and branding. Difference between monopoly and monopolistic competition. Meaning. Monopoly refers to a market situation wherein a single seller exists, offering a product that has no close substitutes. In contrast, monopolistic competition describes a market situation characterized by a large number of firms, each selling closely related but differentiated products. Number of sellers. In a monopoly market, there is only one seller. However, the monopolistic market consists of a large number of sellers. Number of products. In a monopoly, there are no close substitutes for the product available in the market. Conversely, the monopolistic market features closely related products that are differentiated. Entry and exit of firms. In a monopoly, there are restrictions imposed on the entry of new firms and the exit of existing ones. On the other hand, monopolistic competition allows freedom of entry and exit for firms within the market. Demand curve. The demand curve in a monopoly is less elastic and slopes downward. Similarly, in a monopolistic market, the demand curve is also downward sloping but more elastic in comparison. Price. In a monopoly, the firm acts as a price maker, thereby allowing the possibility of price discrimination. In monopolistic competition, firms possess partial control over pricing due to the presence of product differentiation. Selling costs. Within a monopoly, only informative selling costs are typically incurred. In contrast, the monopolistic market incurs high selling costs.